In January, the average temperature in Saihanba falls to -15 degrees Celsius. This narrow river is the Tuligen. It forms part of the boundary between Hebei and Inner Mongolia and is the source of the Luanhe, the second longest river in North China. The Tuligen is said to resemble a snake slithering over the snow. Tuligen means narrow and winding in Mongolian. In the cold, the trees lining the river appear lifeless. Everything here is still. Clear water flows silently beneath the frozen surface. As for the withered branches, only when birds perch on them do they show signs of life. The annual rainfall in Saihanba is only around 550 millimeters, while the evaporation rate is as high as 1,380 millimeters. The climate doesn't favor the plant's growth. Tuligen is one of the few rivers in Saihanba that continues flowing all year round. Its waters are vital for the plant life. The river creates a welcoming environment where various shrubs and trees can grow. The gnarled branches, extending like claws into the river, belong to Siberia crabapples. The Siberia crabapple is a deciduous tree that's widely distributed across northern China. Most of the crabapples here are found along the Tuligen. They stand very close to each other, but assume different shapes. Those on the banks grow directly upwards. But in the river itself, they are shrub-like. The trunks are clustered together and are clearly growing towards the water. Near the roots, the trees develop fresh twigs annually. So much water creates an ideal habitat for the seeds to germinate. Opposite the Siberia crabapples is a 20-meter-tall Pruina shoot willow, a member of the willow family. These trees usually grow to about 15 meters. This Pruina shoot willow is in an ideal location where it benefits from the nutrients carried in the river. This explains why it's so tall. The other willows nearby are also above average height. The trees nourished by the river are dense and flourishing and assume various shapes and sizes. However, accidents do happen. Some trees wither due to being submerged for prolonged periods. This is the price of growth and also a law of nature. In early March, the frozen river begins to thaw. The Samophil willows are developing new shoots. The forest is coming back to life. To the rhythm of nature, the river and trees begin the transition from stillness to motion.